Hello.
That was an unexpected delay. Yeah, the pest control showed up for an appointment that I didn't get a notice of.
Okay.
Luckily, it's just they already went through the inside, so they'll just be doing outside.
Okay.
All right. Lakota, you unplug my thing.
Oh no!
Right.
That puppy!
There we go. I still haven't eaten because there's a sudden knock on the door. It's like, what the heck? Or phone call, yes. Phone call would have been nice too, but to know. All right.
It's politics! Woo! Yeah!
Politics. Whoa! What the heck?
What?
That was timing!
What?
I was watching just this YouTube thing, and right after you said, "Yay, it's politics," the YouTube video said, "I wasn't talking about politics." What the heck? That sure was, just, wow, that completely unexpected there. Oh my god, alright, we can start in a sec here.
I mean, maybe.
It's just a facepalm video. Auto mod, and people thought somebody talking about how people driving and going slow in the left lane were driving him nuts, and they should stay to the right lane. And the auto mod's like, "This is a post about politics. You're going to be banned." Blah blah blah. And the moderator's like, "You don't bring up politics here." And the guy's just like, "I wasn't talking about politics." Auto mods. AI taking over the world with dumb. All right, let me set up my stream manager thing, and
you
then
say that like humans aren't dumb too.
I have my chili mac to eat here. I made it homemade.
Woo!
It's more noodles than the meat, but that's just because I don't know. There ended up being more in there. I'm guessing when I didn't have my scale has been broken, so I'm guessing I didn't have a full pound of meat in there, but it's fine. I just added some more tomatoes to it to help it.
I gotta think of a good opportunity to mix up a glass of the chata I want to make for Friday.
Oh, yeah. I made the mistake of scheduling Friday. It's going to be a nightmare. Cinco de Mayo is not a day that I want to work. It is such a nightmare out there. But it's pretty bad because
I ordered takeout from a Mexican restaurant a few years ago on Cinco de Mayo. I had to wait 2 hours for my food.
That's why I don't normally work Cinco de Mayo. Lunch will be okay, but the evening, I'm just, if Grubhub bitches at me, whatever, I'll probably. But the thing is, I'm not scheduled tomorrow, so it's going to be tight on money. It's only because I forgot it was Cinco de Mayo. Like, I just missed scheduling on tomorrow just because everyone snatched up the schedule before I could get it. I could still hop on later. I'm fishing tomorrow anyways because this morning it was. I guess I was so tired, I turned off my alarm in my sleep and or the cats knocked it out or something, and I woke up at like noon instead of 6 in the morning, so. Hi.
Sounds like a thing. Okay, well, these bad guys still aren't killing me, so I guess I don't have to reset yet. Probably get there eventually. I have 724 trillion trips right now. That's
Alrighty.
a lot of galaxies.
That sounds like a lot of things. Alrighty then. I still haven't hit 10 million in the antimatter, so let's see.
It's 1E8, right? Isn't that for the first dimension? Isn't that 100 million?
It might be.
I'm pretty sure it's 100 million.
Yeah, that's going to be a while in. Quite a while. I don't even see the first challenge yet, so hey.
Which is weird, because if you're over E1900, you definitely should have unlocked it by now.
No, but, alright, I got the thing set up. Okay. No, Lucky, not this guy! It's, this guy, that's... this guy! Okay. Oh no. What was that?
I don't know. It came from Anoff.
Is he here? Are you okay? What was that? Wait, that's not what I... Lucky, I didn't want to post that there. I copy pasted. Trying to post it.
So
here.
cute.
Fine, put it in... There, I was trying to put it somewhere else, but...
It's still cute.
Yes. Did you see the cat beating up the duck they posted?
Oh, I saw you posted that, but I was on my phone.
I mean, let's wait for it to see if Adolf is here. Are you here in working? I heard, like, sounded like little kid robot for a second there. What?
I think he's having connection issues.
I think there's a connection thing going on. It sounds like a chipmunk. We'll give it a sec. Uh-oh.
Hello.
Hello, you're not getting hit by a tornado, are you?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet? What the heck? Is it that bad over there?
No. Just where I live, tornadoes do come sometimes.
Apparently
Not today.
Hopefully not. Yeah. I had that last week, driving through one. That was not fun. Okay, we can start. I am eating, but...
The only big weather problem I have to deal with up here is extreme cold.
Down here we got hurricanes and tornadoes. Ooh. Hopefully no more hurricanes. It's getting ridiculous. At least through here. We still have to fix the poor tree in the front. Ian knocked that down, and then the frickin' tornado knocked it down. Like, alrighty, let's see. Well, I am eating. I don't have a cat here because he ran over the other way, but I don't know what to show while I'm eating. Oh, see, we could call it a mukbang when I eat while I'm doing this now. Alright, well, I guess we can go live and get ready to do stuff.
Woo! I've been live for like 10 minutes now.
Oh. An error occurred with the output. What? Let me restart this. What could possibly have occurred with the output? There's nothing to occur with the output. OBS, are you okay? Yes, thank you. Ah! OBS, what are you doing?
Don't ask me what
It spammed like 30 instances of like half second after each other of the "you've been hit by boot."
Okay, that's weird.
Okay, are you gonna work this time, or are you gonna be weird? There, it worked that time. Hey, I'm here finally. I got delayed. I was making dinner. It was just chili mac. It's homemade chili mac, not like the hamburger helper stuff. But then the pest control showed up. And it's like, I didn't know they were going to show up now, but they showed up to do their thing. The guys might still be walking around outside. I might get interrupted if he needs me to sign something. They don't always do that.
Don't get hit by his really big sword.
What kind of pest would be... I don't live in Australia where they need a sword for pest control. What the heck?
No 5-foot-tall roaches, huh?
They're just doing a termite inspection, so they probably don't need me to sign anything. I have Like not biannually, no, quad annually termite inspections because termites are in the south. There's a Mishk. Alrighty, so I will be eating here because I got delayed. I would have already been done, but yay, chili mac.
Yeah.
I have like probably 12 days worth of chili mac. That's how much I made.
That's a lot of chili, man.
Well, it's like 2 cans of beans, 2 cans of diced tomatoes, and just a pound of beef and the stuff, but it all adds up to a whole big thing of it, which is good because it's cheap and lasts a long time. I'm gonna have to freeze a bunch of it, but whatever. Fishing will be tomorrow. It's supposed to be nice weather. And I need to make sure that I will actually be not sleeping through my alarm. I will set multiple alarms, so in case a cat turns off it. Either I did it in my sleep or a cat turned it off, but... Okay, so we're good. So RP night, it's... I didn't link to my thing. No.
Oh no!
Oh no! Alrighty.
So,
there
yeah,
we go.
Previously on whatever we're calling this adventure, we snuck into the military camp of General Bordis, who is controlling this pine forest area. We got some intel that proves that he's manipulating the gnomes and goblins into fighting each other. We showed their leaders that evidence, and now we're gonna go pick a fight. Also, Lunas is a bear now.
Yep. Is there anything else you want to do to prepare before you head out? I know you were heading out with everyone, so...
There is one thing.
Hang
on a second. I promise Pizza Tower music.
Oh.
Here we go.
Pizza Tower music. Ooh. Alrighty. A little spicy.
Spicy pizza.
Spicy chili mac. I harvested a bunch of chilies off my pepper plant, so... No ghost peppers, I just got the... they're just Cajun bell peppers and banana peppers. Spicy banana peppers. Because I didn't have regular bell peppers, so I was like, it tastes pretty much the same, it's just a little spice. Very tiny little bit of spice, because Cajun bell peppers are spicy, but I didn't put a ton of them in there. Lucky, come here. We need you.
Lucky buddy.
Are you okay?
Better lucky than Sylvie.
There you go. Get your spot. Yes, thank you, Lucky. Oh no, the table is broken. Yes, because you're so fat when I set you down. Thank you. Here, it's sitting over the keyboard being a butt. Here, lay down. Because if people don't want to see me eating, I want to hear. Give me kitty cam. Give me kitty cam. Lucky. Yeah. Yeah. You were messing up the spot where you lay down. Come on, lay down. Lay that butt down. Alrighty, so yeah. The Pizza Tower. Anything else?
Nope.
You want to do? No.
Bob, anything?
Nah, I don't think so.
Let's charge!
Okay then. Getting a brigade of both of them. Gnomes and goblins together. Marching towards a thing. So you're just gonna go at the front gate there? Or what?
Heck yeah.
Okay. Jeez. Well, it takes a little bit to get there, just like before, but they certainly notice you coming. It's not hard to see when you got a whole brigade. The goblins and gnomes have taken their own like conventions and strange like tanks and mecha things. Well, like wooden exosuits, kind of, and they're stamping up behind you. there's an alert going off, and there's a. They seem to be scrambling quite a bit over there.
Well, let's press the advantage while we have the element of surprise. I guess this counts as surprise.
Surprise.
Surprise as much of an army marching up on a base. This could be a surprise. Lucky! You were supposed to be kitty cam so I could eat. Well, fine. I'll just eat on camera.
Cats, man. They never do what you want.
You do hear alarms going off all over the hills. There doesn't seem to be anybody charging away yet. Most of the people, like the scouts, are just running back towards the base.
Well, so much for the plan of picking them off one at a time while they stand their ground, but onward!
Onward.
I'm joking, there was never actually a plan.
Outside the base, there are only a couple like small units. There's not like the whole thing out there. Like when you're climbing up the hill and avoiding them, they are not expecting a swarm of freaking goblins and gnomes to show up. So,
well, time to crush them. Continue on.
Oh, they're running back towards the base as quick as they can. They don't want to go and attack you here right now. You can try to pick some of them off if you want, but
yeah, I'm gonna try. Unless enemies fight all at once.
Alrighty. Some of the goblins are being launched by their boss. He's just got a giant, like, basically a catapult gun, and he's launching some of his goblins their way to attack them.
Alright, well, I'm gonna run up and support the goblins that are being launched.
Alrighty, what's Bob doing?
Yeah, I will. I guess that makes sense since we want to get launched over the wall.
You're not at the wall yet. The base is still up the side of the mountain area. You're approaching it. These are the guys outside that are running back toward it after they spotted the army coming that way.
Oh, okay. Alright, so let's try and give chase, I guess, to the scouts that are running.
Alrighty. You doing anything? Firing anything off? Doing it just case or
fire the arcane bolts while running, since that seems to be the easiest.
Alrighty. Well, the goblins are some of the goblins are landing on them and just basically going to town. With your support, you're able to take down at least a couple units of the scouts. There's still a few running backwards because they don't want. Well, they're not running backwards, but they're running back to the base. The arcane bolts definitely help because they had a head start on you, running very fast, and a whole army doesn't move that quickly. Although some of the gnomes are trying to charge up on their weird, like, pine cone tank things and shoot the pine cones at the scouts. What the heck is going on in there? Look. Cat's causing trouble. Jeez. Alrighty. So, if you're continuing up the mountain, there's definitely a bunch. You hear the alarms going off in the base, and there's a whole bunch of the various buildings are opening up, and a bunch of just. Well, nowhere near the numbers that you guys have, but they're coming out in like small like makeshift cars, which are the type that you can definitely tell came from the goblins and the gnomes. They don't.
Okay, well, I have a bear. So
Some of them don't seem to be driven very well, but there's like, well, with all the gates and them coming out, think of the equivalent of the Dynasty Warriors going on here with them coming out at you. There's a whole bunch of them. Of course, the gnomes and goblins are just rushing in to meet them head on. The base doesn't seem to have opened up or anything yet, so.
all right, well, let's try and tear down that front gate.
Tear down the front gate, huh? Alright. What are you doing, Bob?
Yeah, I'll do the same since I'm a bear at the moment as well. Might as well.
True enough. Well, the front gate is definitely pretty darn heavy. I mean, but, let's see here. Oh, geez. With a bit of work and bear grease, the door starts creaking open. It takes a lot of effort, but you're pulling them open. There's some surprise noises from the other side there, from the mooks on the other side. They're mostly made up of the standard type of units you would see.
All right, well, I'm gonna keep pulling. Let my other head bear buddy look in front while I try to check on how everybody's doing behind me.
Alrighty. It's a big clash going on down there.
Actually, I have a team that can do that for me.
The goblins and gnomes are giving no quarter down there. The leaders of both tribes are basically plowing through the oncoming, I could hardly call it an army, but the unit for coming from the base. They're just smashing through people. You can definitely tell they're a step above the typical goblins and gnomes there. It's easy to tell where the gnomes are, at least, because their hats stick out. On the other side, jeez, the voices yell out like, just go like, "Holy crap!" Like scatter, and you hear them running away. That is some seriously bad rolls for the. Peering through you see one of them just peer through the gate and see the two big bears pushing their way in, so they're kind of, well, they want nothing to do with that. It's easy enough to get the doors open. There's other people inside for sure, but they're, not close to you.
Alright, well, big bear roar, and, we're gonna make straight for the fort where the general was having that party.
Alrighty. This time there are some dudes that decide to get in your way. Let's see. What in the world? Okay.
That sounds like lot of 20s.
No, it's not. You basically got one small unit that decided to stand your way. It's basically about six minions. The others are all like kind of watching, confused, or running out the front door.
What? That's all? well,
the one unit in front of you. Come on. Oh no, okay. Alright. So you got an arrow whizzes past you, and so does a gunshot. But then a fireball comes and blasts right in the center of you, and that definitely stings pretty bad. It hits both you and Bob. And the one who fired it off doesn't look very impressed at the others.
alright, well, first gonna glance at Bob to see if he's okay, then return fire with a lightning bolt.
It smells like calamari a little bit. Yes, even though he's a bear right now.
The bear smells like calamari.
Yes, his singed fur smells like that. Lucky snap.
Thanks, Bob.
I'm glad I could appetize you.
Alrighty. The mage who fired the fireball is ducking behind the rest of them. He seems to know more what he's doing than the others. Maybe. They seem to be having some terrible luck.
Alright, well, let's ignore the melee dudes and go straight for that guy. Pull him out of his hiding place and, you know...
No, he was taking cover behind the melee dudes. You have to get through them to get to him.
Okay, well, in that case, just tear my way through the melee dudes.
Alrighty, what's Bob
They don't
doing?
look that strong.
Yeah, I think I'll provide range support from behind them. Maybe I'll shoot some fireballs.
Alrighty. Ooh. Well, the melee guys take up a. They decide to take up. Shoot. Stop it. They get into a formation to help block off the mage from getting attacked, and you can't get through them easily. Even though they didn't seem to be very adept at hitting you, you run into them and they're holding you back. They're trying to stab you and poke you. Of course, with Bob's fire from the outside, a couple of them are getting pelted there. They seem to be pretty good tanking, at least.
Okay, well, let's break their weapons.
Break their weapons. Break a metal sword, huh? Alrighty.
Or bend it out of shape.
Okay, Bob's still keeping up the range support.
Yeah.
You figure
Alrighty.
they'd bring out spears against a big thing like this.
Well, you go to grab for one of their weapons. You might have one of them, but one of the other dudes goes and gives you a stab, like right in right around your armpit area.
Okay, ouch.
Yeah. You have one of their weapons, but the other one decided to take a poke at you.
Well, drop the weapon and maul him with the other arm.
Alrighty. Okay. Well, that dude just slashing him with the arm, or
Yeah.
that dude takes a massive gash across his thing and just kind of topples there. You'll have a sword sticking out of your armpit there. Thankfully, because it's Makai place, you can still keep doing stuff, but it's going to be painful. It's not D&D. You have more HP.
I still know better than to try and pull it out right now.
Yeah. I mean, it might just fall out on its own. It's a sword.
Alright,
Okay,
who's next?
Bob's. Oh
Okay.
my god, Bob is range support, rains down on them. Well, I just don't know if it's rage from you getting stabbed or just from you distracting them, but he takes out the other two melee dudes. So now you got the 3 range dudes left. You got the archer, the gunner, and the mage trying to stay behind him. The gunner misses at point blank. The arrow dude shoots at you and hits you in the same shoulder you got stabbed in. Around.
Well, that's just rude.
The mage is casting a spell. Was trying to cast a spell, but seems to have his concentration broken by Bob's thing. Okay, so what are you guys doing now? New round, technically.
Grab the mage and suplex him.
Reaching through trying to get through the 2 ranged dudes to get rid of the mage.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Ranged weapons suck at this guy. Well, I mean, a gun can make you too fast to hit, but other than that...
Okay, you manage to knock aside the gunner. The archer gets you push it. He pushes back a little bit, and he just wallops you on the head as hard as he can with his bow. But you are able to grab the mage and give him a suplex. The mage is still trying to cast magic, but seems pretty hurt. Bob, what are you doing? Still keeping up range support? Do anything different?
Well, since there's a direct line, since there is a direct line to the ranged casters, I guess I should try and engage. So I'm going to try and make a beeline for, I guess, the gunner. Try and take him out.
Alrighty. The gunner definitely didn't expect you to be charging in there after getting knocked aside, and he gets bowled over when you run into him. He's kind of vulnerable now. I don't look whatever you want to do with him there.
Yeah, so I'll give him a heavy thwack to the head, I think.
Alrighty. You give him a heavy thwack to the head with that bear paw, and he just crumples. The archer is trying to shoot at Bob, and the mage... Oh, jeez. Alright. The mage reaches up and grabs on you and just lets out an electric jolt. He's cursing pretty hard. He's getting shocked too, but he seems pretty pissed and not care.
Two can
He's
play that
shocking
game.
himself.
Shock him back.
Shock him back, huh? It's like feedback loop. Okay, and the archer fires at Bob, and it sticks into one of his tentacles. Oh, wait, he doesn't have tentacles right now. It sticks into your, like, let's see. Like to say, like your upper left shoulder. Just an arrow there. It definitely hurts, but it doesn't seem like it would hurt as much as if, like, your homeworld would have hurt. The archer seems pretty unsure right now. Okay. You're trying to shock him back. Alright, and Bob, what are you doing now?
Since I am right there, I guess I'm gonna try and go for the archer.
Alrighty. Doing anything specific or just trying to take him out?
Gonna go for his arms, I guess.
Okay.
with the claws.
Oh, ow. He's dodges pretty well at first, but then I guess the inner bear rage from getting hit, you slash him super hard on his arms, and he just kind of, well, loses his arms. He stares at you for a second, Black Knight style, and then just kind of passes out. If you need any reassurance, these guys are minions. He'll be fine after a visit to the hospital, I'm sure. Netherworld hospitals are something weird. As for you and as for Lewis and the Mage, well, it seems both of you failed. So you created a stable feedback loop of electricity between yourselves, and basically you're not hurting each other now, but you're got like a circuit going on between you. You are also extremely puffed up fur-wise. Of course, that means he's getting bear blown through him too, so he's fuzzing out a little.
Alright, well, lift him up, slam him back on the ground before he bears out anymore.
Okay, you're able to lift him up and slam him onto the ground. He is still struggling to get up. He is very stubborn. He looks very, almost Sasquatch-like from the bear fur that came from the feedback loop. He gives you the middle finger, and he's just trying to turn and walk away while smoking and partly bearish. He's kind of done.
Time to finish him with a pile driver.
He was walking away from you. Okay. You're able to pile drive the poor dude. He's out.
Alright, who's next?
Poor Sasquatch looking bear fuzzed up dude just out on the ground now. Well, I mean, you guys are both bleeding, but the others that ran away went inside various buildings. You're not sure what they're up to. The main building, the doors seem actually kind of thicker than the main fort doors, which is they're also kind of glamorously designed, and you hear basically dance techno music still coming from inside. The alarms are going off, but music's still going.
Alright, well, the first order of business heal up from all these stab wounds.
That's not a problem. I was not rolling for healing, that was Sweetie batting the dice.
Okay, how are the gnomes and goblins doing? Have they caught up yet?
You hear crazy noises coming from outside the fort. They haven't seemed to have caught up yet. You do hear the leaders yelling closer than the others are, but...
Okay, well, let's take a look at this door and see if I can spot any weak points.
Alright, what's Bob doing?
Yeah, I think I'll probably heal up too if I can.
I healed Bob. I stopped to heal you too.
Yeah, so I guess how sturdy is that door?
Much sturdier than the entrance to the base was.
Oh.
That other one was kind of hard to open. Help me find a weak point.
Are there any windows or anything?
There are windows up on the, high on the roof, basically the equivalent of close to the second floor kind of thing. Because remember, it's basically dug into the side of the mountain. And you could see, there was a roof on there, just partially sticking out, because you guys were scouted up there before. There were things up there, but down here the door is like pretty solid.
Alright.
Don't see any weak points in the door.
Okay. Here's an idea.
Other than
Bob.
being easily able to take some of the fancy decorations off, but
yeah, let's just shred the decorations for the heck of it.
embracing your bear, huh? The decorations stood no chance.
And then they're gonna. Okay, did the goblin catapults look capable of firing something as heavy as me?
No, the goblins are only like 3 foot tall.
Yeah, okay.
The goblins and gnomes are like 2 or 3 foot tall, outside of their leaders, which are like almost your size. They're like 4.5 foot tall, so they're big for the goblins and the gnomes.
Alright, let's see if we can climb up to one of those windows. Either get Bob to stand on my shoulders or just scale the wall.
There was the place that you got to it from before, going around going the mountainside. You can get up there that way.
Yeah, I figured we had to do that from outside.
Wow, did you learn your lesson, sweetie? Try to steal my chili mac. Yeah, it's spicy, huh? She keeps licking her lips. Yeah, it's spicy.
Alright, well, it worked before. It'll probably work again. We're gonna have to find another way into the actual...
You can get up there where you were before. You hear a commotion from inside the buildings, and it's starting up like... Well, kind of like starting up machinery. It sounds like the stuff from the gnomes and other things, from where all the other guys ran away. But the party sounds like it's still going on in the main building.
Okay. So, Bob, we can either wait for them to open this door and come to us, or we bust in through the roof again. What do you think?
Okay. Yeah, I think we can... We can climb up and try and go in through the roof, maybe.
Alright, let's climb.
Alrighty. While you're climbing, the various like doors to the other buildings and hangars open, and more of the like, you could tell they're older models of the cars and stuff. The cars and the tanks, they come rolling out, and the front gate opens, and they go out there to meet all the goblins and stuff. They had looked around a bit because they didn't seem to notice that you climbed up the side of the mountain there, so they just went out. All the like hangars are still open, but they're from you saw what Bob saw before. There was no way to get into the main area from them, outside of like climbing on the roofs. But that's what you're doing.
Hope everybody out there can handle this.
Well, you see an entire tank go flying through the air after the maniacal laughing of a goblin chief. So you think they could be probably fine. So. Also here arguing between the two chiefs.
Okay.
The gnome seems to be teasing the goblin chief, telling him to use his Musou attack, and the goblin's just getting angrier and throwing more things. So,
I mean, that's a perfectly valid Musou attack.
I guess. Alrighty.
Let's see. New music.
While you're doing that, I'm going to get rid of my bowl because kitties keep trying to eat my chili mac. My God, that got cold fast. I guess it's because of the macaroni. You want to clean the plate? You want to clean the plate? You can clean the chili mac if you want. It's spicy. You can have... Well, I'm getting my water refilled. Have a husky licking a plate clean of spicy chili. Ooh, she don't care.
Do I know of any techno music?
Why does it smell like blood over here? Oh yeah, when I say it made a lot of chili mac, it's just a pound of beef. I mean, it made a lot of chili mac. That's a huge thing of it. That's 5 meals of it left, maybe 5, 6 more. Why does it smell so nasty in here? Where's that nasty smell from? Here, I'll just keep this in here. Yes, there we go. Oh no. Oh, that's what that smells from. How did that get in there? No, my poor seeds. Oh god.
It's not techno, but
Oh, what the hell? Nasty.
okay. Well, while he is cleaning that up, maybe I'll go get a something. I don't know what something to get. Yeah.
Oh my god. Give me a sec, there is a nasty kitty disaster over here. Ugh. Why'd you have to do that in my seeds? I just got those out of my pak choy. Now half my seeds are going to be bad. Oh, that is so nasty, cats. My poor fucking choice seeds. That is nasty. That's now. Jeez, cat. I told you not to eat that thing last night, you doofus. Sweetie. Was that you or that flu? That is so nasty. Oh. Alright, I'll be back in 1 sec. This was only supposed to be me refilling my drink, but cat nasty.
Okay, I'm back. Yeah.
Ow.
Sounds like he's still cleaning.
There we go. Get delayed by weird stuff. Alright, there we go. Cat nasty is clean.
Oh,
And my drink is
boy.
refilled. Could have just taken a second, but no.
What happens?
Cat nasty. Oh, when I was separating, like, I have a big bag of frozen shrimp. Bait shrimp. They're not safe for eating. They're basically shrimp that you would buy live, but they died, so they sell them frozen in big bags in bulk. They're just... I was separating them for fishing last night, and Sweetie and Floof grabbed a couple and just, like, chowed down and swallowed them. And one of them apparently threw one of them back up inside my, like, little seed container, and there was, like, rotting shrimp cat puke over there. It must have just happened, so yeah. Yeah, not pleasant. Because I was like, what is that smell? And it smelled as bad as you can... Like, imagine shrimp left in a hot car overnight, and that's basically... I'm guessing that was Floof who did that, because she's one of the ones who stole the frickin' frozen shrimp and just... I was trying to get it from them, and they're just like... They're like frickin' Yoshi'd the stuff down, so... Cats, man. Ugh. Alrighty. So, you guys are up on the roof. And when you get it to the part that it hangs out over, like the door, you can definitely see there are some windows and things up there. They seem a little reinforced, but if you look around a bit, you can find that the up top is nowhere near as reinforced as the door. So, and you can looking in from the windows, it looks like it's inside of a hangar kind of area in the front there. But you see further doors, and you can see like an area leading further inside past the hangar, and you can hear the music coming from further in. And some flashing lights from down the hallway there, too. Outside of the alarms going off and the lights going off from that.
Okay, well, check on Bob, check on Bear Buddy, then smash the window and get in.
Bear Buddy is pretty upset and angry at being stabbed, so he wants to take his anger out on something.
All right, well, yeah, let's smash the window.
Bear Buddy just grabs the sides of the windows and rips it off and throws it up in the air, and you don't know where it went.
That works. Alright, let's go.
Alrighty, it's a bit of a jump down, but you can get down in there. Okay, Bob, you doing anything? You guys getting down in there? What's up?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow down there.
Alrighty, it's a big drop. We're talking like second floor, a little higher than the second floor, down to the first floor. I mean, you'll probably be fine. You'll just have that little. If you ever fell from somewhere, and you get that like stinging in your limbs, then you'll land. It's like that.
Oh, that's good.
But what if we did a roll as soon as we fell down, or a ground pound before we hit the ground?
Be a little hard for you to do the link roll right now, but ground pound you could try, but...
We'll just take it. Take it like a bear.
You feel some of the tingliness, but that's about it. I mean, it's Makai bear, the more resilient. Alrighty, you're inside the hangar. There's more of the tanks. You can see like a huge collection of the various inventions in the area here. And it looks like bigger doors further into the mountain, like other... So judging by the size of the doors, they probably also house more of these weird gnomish and goblinish inventions.
Okay.
And there is, of course, across the giant hangar, is that there's a door and there's also a hallway. The door kind of is up a set of stairs. and onto like a little landing, like cement landing, and the hallway is next to it, going through there back. You can hear music coming from down at that side.
Follow the music.
Music's coming from you. It's hard to tell if it's coming from behind the door or down the hallway. Down the hallway has flashing lights going on. You could feel like bass, especially if you put your like as you get near the door. So it's hard to tell exactly where it's coming from.
Can I rip the door off its hinges?
You can rip the door off its hinges, yes.
Let's do that.
Alrighty. Alright. You rip the door off the hinges, and inside is a storehouse of some sort. I mean, there's another door at the end of it of this storage way, but there's a whole bunch of like the smaller inventions, including like an entire wall of shame. It actually says wall of shame of really dumb inventions. And it has pictures of some hoity-toity looking, almost vampire, like cheesy vampire looking dude posing with some of the things.
Vampire.
Oh, he looks like a vampire. You don't know if he is or not. He just looks kind of... He's got, like, the big elf ears and the fangs and the... He kind of dresses like...
Well, the fact that he looks like one is enough for me.
She'll be.
Alright. Probably somebody important. It's,
Actually, no, that's the image. Think of Girahim dressed in like a vampire.
Yeah,
like
okay.
that's global outfit. That's better.
Yeah, okay.
Or, I guess he looks like a dude who sniffs his own farts. I guess is one way to put it. Hello, Sylvie. I mean, there's definitely useless inventions here.
Well, if they're useless, then I don't want them right now. Although it would be funny to use them as ammo.
They kind of look like stuff you'd like. I see it on TV style inventions. Like there's one to put the yolk back inside the eggshell, and like glues the eggshell back together. Which, why would you want to do that?
If you decide you didn't want to cook the egg after all.
I don't think that would keep the eggs.
Anyway, yeah. Break the next door, continue on through.
Alrighty. Is Bob doing anything in the weird storeroom?
No, I don't think so.
Alrighty. The next door. After it gets... This one's actually a little more stubborn for some reason. It makes a Half-Life like noise at you.
Is there some kind of key card reader or anything nearby?
They're like, you can't tell if it's a key card reader. There's something made out of like wood next to it that looks like some sort of panel, although it's not. It's basically one of those, like, you know, weird off-the-wall gnomish inventions.
Well, let's break it.
Break it. It's really embracing the bear here, jeez. Oh, you break it, and it starts making the Half-Life, and the door just keeps doing that, and it starts opening and closing, opening and closing, opening and closing.
Alright, well, let's see if I can catch the door while it's open and hold it open for Bob to get through.
Okay. You grab the door. It kind of bonks you on the head at first, but you're able to hold it open with your head there and whatever else for Bob to get through. It's making the error noise rapidly now as you're holding it until
shut up!
it starts smoking, and then eventually just you hear just like a
Yeah, that's what I thought. You coming through, Bob?
Yeah, coming right over. Right through.
raptor claws. Oh, right.
Hello?
Yeah. What? You're still here.
Oh, okay, just checking.
I'll step through when he is through and just let go.
Alrighty. Well, after smoking, the door just kind of falls off its hinges after you let go of it. So, alright. Well, down this hallway, there's a door at the end, and there is a door to the right, and a door to the left. It's basically a four-way hallway. You hear the music coming from up ahead.
Okay, well, let's listen at each of the doors and try to figure out which one the music is coming from.
Alrighty. The door straight ahead of you is where the music's coming from the loudest. You can hear it a little bit from the right. The left, you can't really hear it.
Alright, well, let's smash the music door.
Did Bob do anything? Just
No, I'm gonna follow suit.
We got plenty of time to loot this place later when we've taken out everybody inside.
alrighty. You bust down that door, and inside is a large, what seems like a ballroom, like an old-style ballroom. There's a bunch of people in there, all kind of dressed up in like masquerade masks and everything. Except they're all like raving to like techno dance music, which is despite the fact it looks like a ballroom. Some of them are even waltzing, which is pretty weird, but hey.
Okay.
They turn to look at you for a second and then go back to dancing. They just, in drinking, you can definitely tell there's wine and lots of food and stuff here.
Yeah, suit yourself, guys. Where's the source of the music?
The source of the music is, well, if you look at the end of the ballroom, there's like a stage, and there's somebody on the stage just DJing up there.
Okay.
That's the source of the music.
Alright, do I spot the Girahim-looking dude among the dancers?
Not necessarily, because a lot of them have similar ears and stuff, and they're all in masks.
Okay.
The dude on stage, or girl, or whatever, is dressed in a crazy costume there. The costume kind of looks like this Gaia dragon style, like, get up, except made out like with a masquerade mask and everything.
Cool.
The alarms are going off. You can even see and hear the lights are going off. It just nobody seems to care.
Alright.
One lady walks over to you and she's just like, oh, this entertainment is so fascinating this time. You even brought bears, and she just reaches out to pet you.
I give her the Estelle stare.
She pats you on the head and gives you head rubs like Marine does a girl. Even with the stare, she is unfazed.
Okay, well, feels good, but yeah. Let's go see what's at the food table.
Alrighty, excuse me. The food table has ham and turkey and Well, that's kind of disturbing. It looks like a roast this guy a dragon thing, like was in one of the games. And carrot curry. And lots of cakes and sweet things. Hello.
All right, well, let's grab some. All right, well, let's grab some sweets. Feed them to both heads. Feed them to the tail. Take a couple bites out of that dragon, and then flip the whole thing over.
Flip the whole thing over, huh?
Yep.
What's that noise? Oh, that's Lakota making that noise. Do you need outside, Lakota? Can you hear the...
Nope.
Oh, that's Lakota just chewing on his butt. What are you doing? Lakota, jeez. Alrighty, well... Lakota, are you okay? You got me concerned. What is that noise going on? Alright,
These are cooters.
some of the partygoers look over to you when you flip the table. They're like, hey, you're eating that! And some others like clap and start laughing and point over and just like are watching you like your entertainment.
All right, which one of you is General Bordis?
Give me a sec. Lakota, are you okay? What are you doing? Lakota, do you need out? Do you need outside? What's going on? What's with the noise? Do you need to go out? What's with all the noise? What is with all that noise? Come on. You need out?
Yeah.
What you need out? What are you like chewing on your butt so much for? You have flea medicine. What's with all the noise? You're fine. Come on. What's wrong? What's wrong? You get me a major concern there, making all that noise, chewing on yourself. Jeez. Sound like you're pigging out like Lunas was on the frickin' buffet there. Alrighty, is Bob doing anything while Lunas was doing the table flips and stuff?
I think I'm just going to look around. Is there any prominent looking doors?
Is there any what at the doors now?
Any prominent looking doors?
Not really. They all look about the same in here. When you ask where Bordis is, the DJ, you just hear like a record scratch for a second, but then the DJ starts playing again.
Alright.
And some of them are like, "Oh, our gracious host!
Is this it?
Our gracious host is here."
Yeah, this is it.
Okay.
Alright, well, let's get up on stage and pester the DJ.
Okay. Yeah, they were like, "Oh, our host is here. He's always here. He throws the best parties. Oh yes, simply the best. He has the best music." It's almost kind of creepy.
Yeah, that's
You just get up on stage. Alrighty. You're bothering the DJ.
let's just stick my paw on top of one of the records and scratch it up.
When you reach to touch the record, the DJ grabs your bare hand, and it's got a really, really hard grip. Like, it's hard to move your arm now. Do not ruin the music.
Huh? Punch him in the face with the other hand.
Alrighty. When you do that, it kind of hurts. The mask comes off, and it's not Bortus. But before you scratch the face, it's not bleeding. The DJ basically flings you off the stage single-handedly and goes back to DJing. Like nothing even changed.
Okay, well, let's at least try to stick the landing.
You you land butt first in the punch bowl. It is a very large punch bowl. You are now covered in spiked punch.
Is it purple?
I was going to say red, but purple.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
it's not purple Drake.
I just mean like the bear in Donkey Kong Country.
Bob, from where you were checking the doors, you see Lunas go flying through the air in a splash. A lot of the people in the dancers just clap and laugh.
Alright, well, I'll get up, shake myself off, and head over to Bob. He's somewhere else.
Well, that didn't quite work out, did it?
Not at all.
Okay, then. Somewhere else. Alrighty. And some of the dancers are all saying, our host, you seek our host?
Yes,
It's
we
almost-
seek your host.
It's almost time for the ball to drop.
Do I see anything that looks like one of those New Year's balls around?
There's a
Or
giant disco.
ball?
There is a
Ah.
giant disco ball.
Alright, well, If only I could get the DJ robot guy to throw me at the disco ball, but he's probably not going to cooperate.
Probably not. Bob doing anything? You telling Bob anything like that?
Okay, hear me out. What if we set the whole room on fire?
Well, that would get a response, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
Just gonna try to light the whole room on fire? What?
Maybe not. Maybe just the disco ball.
Alright, how are you gonna light it on fire?
Just, PK fire. Just shoot a little firebolt.
Bob gonna help him ignite the ball.
Yeah. I guess that's So that's a way.
It's certainly a way, yes. Alrighty. The ball lights on fire. The audience starts clapping and pointing. The ball then lowers to the ground. And it starts... And it kind of just like opens up and a platform rises out from the middle of it. And you can see Bortus there clapping. He's not in his like vampire outfit. He's kind of like in... Oh, God. Not... The only thing I could basically say is like whatever David Bowie or Metaton would wear.
Okay.
Like spandex kind of dance suit sort of thing. He's clapping. He's not like clapping in front of himself. He's doing like the side clap in the air sort of thing. You know, the hoity-toity like clapping. It's like, oh my, that was so much fun, and how silly watching you all dance around like that. Going to crash my party. Oh, it's so long since somebody's tried to crash my party. I'm glad there's some new things going on here.
I'll
It's
attack
also
while he's monologuing.
of course. A part of the ball suddenly sticks up and blocks you from hitting him. It's like... It's very weird. It responds to that, and it just goes boop. And you hear him go, oh, wow. I've seen that happen before, too. Oh, that strange little puppy fellow has tried that in the past. You'd think I wouldn't expect that. What brings a group of bears to here? What a silly pair of party crashers.
I'm sure if you looked outside, you'd know exactly why we're here. Now then, let's just set as much of my surroundings as I can on fire.
Okay. Bob, are you doing anything?
Yeah, I guess. Could probably shoot a lightning bolt at Bortus there.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, you light stuff on fire. I mean, it's not all made out of wood, thankfully, but a bunch of the dancers catch on fire and get kind of creepy, like Terminator vibes going on, because you can see they were definitely robots too.
Of course they are.
They were made out of wood and metal things, and some of them have limbs falling off because they were partly made out of wood. You can tell that they aren't some of them aren't very well made. The weirdest one is the tallest dancer that you fried ends up being like 3 tiny robots stacked on top of each other in a coat. And Bob zaps Bortus. Bortus does he does a jolting thing, but he tries to make it look like he's dancing and then slicks back his hair afterwards. He's kind of sizzling. He's like, oh my, so violent. You don't even enjoy a good dance party. You even ruined the food. You're supposed to drink the punch, not wear it. Oh.
Well, your DJ didn't exactly give me a chance.
Well, of course he's not the drinking bot. You lit the drinking bot on fire. What is the drunk bot supposed to do later? Oh, what a pain. What a pity. So you came here to crash my party, and you came here with all those silly gnomes and goblins and all that, whatever. Ugh. Their inventions were getting boring anyways. So, did the Grand Master, or whatever they're calling themselves, send you here because they're impatient, or are you coming on from some other faction that decided to come out for some sort of revenge or some other droll sort of trope or other?
Shut up.
Oh, I've heard people do that one before too.
Gonna try to set him on fire.
Okay. Did Bob try to do anything more?
No, I think. I think I'll probably. I guess there's not any reason not to keep shooting. I'll fire some arcane bolts, I guess.
Alrighty. Alright. Bortus is now on fire. His suit seems unfazed by the fire, but he's definitely crisping up and he's just... Oh! Trying fire now, too! That's the most common damage effect!
Gonna reach out with my paw, wait for the disco ball to do something, and then try to break that piece of it off.
Okay. Well, as you're trying to do that, the disco ball grows legs from the bottom and jumps up and back onto like the top banister above you, like one of the top dance floors. And he's trying to put himself out and trying to look glamorous in the process, even though it's kind of hard to do that. So the ball closes up around him, and you hear and it opens back up. It's like if that
big stream of fire.
Just not gonna let him.
Pretty boys like you really piss me off.
Oh. Well, what is that supposed to be? Jealousy? Oh, okay, he goes and this time he ducks down inside the ball to take cover from the fire. And you hear him tapping away. Like, if that's what you're going to be like, I suppose I'll have to make an example out of both of you. Oh, I'm so glad that they let me this. Ooh, this should be fun. Oh, there we go. And the ball closes up and it grows arms and a very fancy, like, it's like a disco ball Gundam, except the head has got like a pompadour and is very fancy. It even has like general style badge sash that it pulls over itself. It does a pose and you hear him through his speaker like, oh, geez, that is so... just cringe. Why did they have to put that in here? Fine! You want a fight? I'll give you a fight. Of course, now everything's on fire, and I'm the one protected from fire in here. You're the one who's going to be a fried bear. Ooh, I do love fried bear. Bear burgers are so tasty. Oh, I'm sure... Oh, yes. Your pelts would make some a nice swimsuit and a loincloth. Oh, it's been so long since somebody stirred up trouble. Well, let's make it a dance that we shan't forget. And he hops down, and it does another pose, and you hear him go, oh, for crying out loud, stop doing that. Why is that part of this thing? Oh. And he does a disco pose thing, and it flashes really brightly, like flashbang style at the both of you.
Okay, well, even if I can't see him, I still got aura, so... just keep track of him and shoot some lightning.
Alrighty, what's Bob doing? You can see the flash charging up, so you can try to do something beforehand.
Oh, okay. I thought he was just doing it. Alright,
It's-
well,
You can see it just like getting bright first, like glowing first.
yeah, well, zap that thing.
It's the whole ball.
Okay.
The whole ball is just suddenly starting to glow.
Hey, Bob, ice wall.
Okay, ice wall.
Ice wall, let's make a mirror to reflect that flashbang right at it.
Okay then. Do. Trying to reflect it back. Huh. Okay. Well, the flashbang effect goes off. It's still pretty bright for you, but it's not like blinding. It's still just... And of course, there are things on fire around you.
Of course.
You can't exactly tell what the effect on it has had because it's behind the wall. But it does punch through the wall and then picks up the rest of the ice wall and tries to bash you over the head with it.
Okay, well, let's roll out of the way and try to get to Bortus.
Try to get the Bortus. He's inside the thing. It closed
Yeah.
up
Oh,
like a
okay.
Gundam thing. Yeah.
I'll try to pry it open somehow.
Okay. Lucky. Don't grab my dice and I'm rolling it. I need to see what number it is. Okay, then. Alright, you managed to dodge the ice, but the Bortus is also... Actually, wait, Bob, what are you doing at the same time? Let's see how this affects things.
So I'm going to shoot some arcane bolts at the disco ball.
Alrighty. Okay. Well, you roll out of the way of the ice thing. It smashes down, of course. There's ice everywhere, and what's the fire, which is, of course, melting. It's becoming quite a mess in here. The arcane bolts. Oh, figure out the best way to have this. Oh yeah, that fits. The arcane bolts definitely seem like they're going to hit their mark. They do, but they kind of plink off the disco ball robots like the equivalent of a butt, and for some reason it does have a butt. Beta disco ball. They just kind of pink, and you just hear "oh my" from within. It's like that's. Why did they put the shield there? And then Boris. He goes and grabs the table that you flipped. It does his torso. The torso starts spinning, and he's got like a whirlwind with the table, trying to head towards you and Bob to smack you with the table.
Let's see if we can let's freeze the floor and make it slip.
Oh yo! Right, Bob. What is Bob doing?
I'm going to try and freeze the floor so that he trips over his own feet.
Alrighty then. Going for a co-op freezing, huh? Oh, you're wet.
Oh, yo.
He starts going. He starts spitting out. He doesn't. Quite obviously, he's not able to get to you, but he's spinning around on the ice and clonking a bunch of the robots around. The table ends up breaking and shattering everywhere, and he's spitting, and he's just like, oh. He's thoroughly does like a pose while he's spitting, like he does like the fist like on his side or like his waist. I don't know. I guess like an All Might style pose, and a laser fires out from the belly button. It's just area, and it just starts. He's not aiming at anything; it's just hitting everywhere.
Jeez.
What can try to hit you too? He's trying to look glorious while he's spinning out of control.
Okay, well, gonna brace myself against the floor, try to reduce my profile there. Grab the nearest piece of robot with my tail and just fling it at the disco ball robot.
Alrighty. What are you doing, Bob?
I'm going to... I guess I'm going to try and get close to the robot and try and give it a swipe.
All the robots flailing around like that? Alright. You can try. It's spinning out like wildly on the ice and firing a laser out from like the equivalent of the belly button area. It's just kind of going randomly as it's spinning out on the ice.
Oh, I guess in that case I'll try and put up an ice wall to see if I can reflect the laser. Or at least absorb this shock or something.
Alright. Well, the laser manages to clip both of you. It definitely it burns. You get kind of like a bald first spot where it hits over you. But the piece of robot you throw clonks it upside the head, makes a dent in the thing, and starts staggering. It slams, it fires into the ice wall, the laser smacks it, and it slams into the ice wall and topples onto its front side for a second. It's trying to get back up.
Alright, well, rush it and try to rip it open.
Trying to bear...
Yep.
Alright, Bob, what are you doing?
How about I try and push the ice wall forward, kind of like a shield, to try and get close to it.
It fell over already.
Yeah, it fell over. Yeah, the reflected laser hit it, and it crashed into your wall and toppled.
Oh, okay. Okay, fine. I'll try to intercept it to try to go in and do physical attack on the robot.
Alrighty. Okay, so Ludus, you can't seem to find where to pry this thing open. You could bend some of it a little bit, but you can't find where like the hinges are to open it or anything. This thing doesn't seem exactly like the gnome or goblin sort of stuff. It seems a bit different. You could definitely pry some of the reflective panels off of the disco ball. And you can hear Boris inside.
Alright, well, pop some of the panels off and then try to heat it up some more.
Alrighty. And of course, Bob's attack smacks the thing and hits it upside the head and breaks off some of the panels there. It's trying to charge up a flash again while you're trying to heat the ball up, huh?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, the reflective air, like the panels on it, seem to be resisting the heat, but except the areas where it's taken off, which heat up a bit. You can see It's not made out of wood, but you can see the metal or whatever is heating up there just from the color.
Yep.
But wherever the panels are, it is not getting hot.
Bob, these panels are actually doing something. Try to break as many of them as we can.
The panels are trying to light up again like the flashbang before.
Alright, well, let's drop the heat and try to rip a few more of them off and just hide in the gap.
Alrighty. Bob, what are you doing?
Yeah, so I will try and yeah, I'll try and go for one of the panels, and I'll try to dodge the beam.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Alright. Well, while you're trying to get the panels off and trying to get out of the way of the flash, the arms for the thing grab you, both of you, by the scruff, and then it hops up and starts spinning, so you're both being spun wildly. And the flash goes off in the middle of it, too, while you're being spun. It's pretty dizzying and disorienting to be flat. It's time for a game of rotating bears.
Okay, well, while it's spinning, try to grab the arm and climb up it.
It has you held by the scruff. Both of you are held by the scruff. It's splashing spiked punch everywhere into the flames. Oh no. The robots on fire are clapping and cheering. Including some of the ones that were decapitated by the laser earlier.
Okay, well, let's bite the arm with my tail to get some leverage and try to free myself.
Alrighty, Bob, what are you doing?
Okay, so I am going to try and aim the frost towards the legs of the robot.
Alrighty. You trying to freeze them in place, trying to trip it again, or what are you doing with the ice?
Yeah, trying to add mass to the robot to try and slow it down.
All right. I should note that the spinning, the torso is spinning separately from the legs. The legs are staying on the spot.
So I guess I'd be aiming for the torso then.
Alrighty, trying to slow the spinning.
Yeah.
You can hear the Bortus inside laughing. It's like rotating bears. Oh. He doesn't sound like he sounds like he's having a good time, but not having a good time in there. Okay.
Yeah, well, he's gonna be stuck in there with his own superheated barf for a while, I guess.
Alrighty. You managed to break yourself free, and the ice suddenly locks it in place, and it sends both of you flying from the sudden loss of momentum. So you both go spin flying through the air. Let's see. Lunas lands in you land in with your butt in the chocolate fondue fountain. Just crash into it. And Bob, for some reason, is lucky and lands in the Basically one of those big, like, cushiony couch areas they have off on the sides of the ballrooms. You break it, but at least you didn't get hurt very much.
Great, now I smell delicious. Now I smell delicious.
Bortus is just kind of trying to punch the ice off of his chest right now.
Alright, well, let's run up to the robot, try to... Let's see how weak it is to electricity. Just grab onto it and zap it.
Alrighty. Bob, what are you doing?
Is it still spinning?
No, you locked it up. That's why you both went flying.
Okay.
You landed on the couch, so you're fine. But it's trying to break the ice now.
I guess I will try and keep shooting ice at the center of it, at the torso.
Trying to keep it frozen, alrighty.
Yeah, try to immobilize it a little bit. So aim for the center there.
All right. I gotta think of what in the world here. Alright, well, I need to think of how to respond to that roll. I can take a short bio break.
Okay. Uh-oh. That was a sound.
Coda! You trying to trick me, boy? Yeah. Blue. Get off there. Not belong up there. You need something to lay on it. Lay on that. Get off the stove. Okay then. Lord.
stuff and things. Alright, let's see. Enough of that music. What else can I throw in here?
Alright, well, I guess that's something that can work. Alright. You both here?
Yeah,
I don't know
I'm
if
here.
you... Alright.
I don't know if he's
Is it-
here.
I don't know if you still here or...
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Hello.
Alrighty then. The ice thickens up more, and it's his arms and the weird like disco ball robot thing's head and arms are free still, but the rest is kind of frozen up. Lunas, on the other hand, is having an issue that suddenly popped up. You find yourself disoriented, and you found yourself shoved into your tail while both heads are taken over by Bear Friend, who is
Whoa.
just discovered the wonderful world of chocolate and is very distracted by licking up chocolate.
Okay.
He's still like fully sentient there. He's like, ooh, tasty.
Well, I'm gonna thrash around a bit. Here's an idea. Maybe try to bite one of the robot's arms and try to break it.
Well, you're not near it. You have to get over there.
Oh.
The bear didn't move from the fondue.
Oh, okay. Gonna bonk the heads a couple of times.
Try to take back over, whatever. What are you trying to do or something?
And just try to tell it to go attack.
Okay, Bob, what are you doing now?
I think I'll keep up the pressure and keep trying to freeze the torso.
The torso is completely frozen. You've got it frozen in place there. You're gonna keep freezing it more and more?
Yeah, I was going to say that just so that we can keep
Alright.
it as mobile as possible, but I guess go for the head too. It's the neck of a joint.
Alright. Well, the bear grumbles and it wants to eat the chocolate, but it grabs the big metal fondue fountain thing where all the chocolate was spilling out of and throws it at the mecha, which bashes it on the head, and then it gets frozen to it because of Bob freezing it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
The head turns around and starts rotating wildly and lets off a laser blast. You just hear Bortus beam, and it zaps. It misses Lunas, but it does zap Bob. It creates a bald line on your head, and it burns. And it's still spinning, and its time of the spinning is aiming at you guys.
Alright, well, let's try to take control of the bear again and close in.
Alrighty, Bob, what are you doing?
I think I will. I think I will try to get out of the line of fire of the laser beam and try and, be a little bit more mobile and try and shoot some bolts, magic bolts at the. I guess we'll aim at the legs this time.
Righty. Alright. Let's see. Interesting. 3 of the same number. Alright. Well, you're able
50
to...
coins, right?
Too bad
You're
they were all
able
one.
to... You're able to wrestle with the bear to get some control back Of course, you're both in the tail and in the other head right now, and it feels kind of weird. But yeah, your tail, the other presence in your tail seems fine with you being in there at least. But you can try to do stuff now too. The bear takes a giant bowl and scoops up the chocolate and holds it in its mouth to lick take with you. It seems to care more about the chocolate than fighting right now.
Alright, well, let's approach the robot and lick up as much of the chocolate off our fur as I can with my tail.
Alright, I need to reconcile, or whatever you want to call it, Bob's attack. Bob's attack, hitting the legs! Alrighty, you blew off a bunch more panels from the legs there. It's still standing in spot and firing the laser from its face there. Like from its eyes. The laser is still spinning around, and it clips both of you again this time. You're losing more fur when it hurts you and getting singed. It definitely hurts a lot, and you're getting weird bald spots on you from it. It just fries right through the fur. Bob still smells like calamari when he gets zapped by it. You smell like chocolate. Smells like burnt chocolate.
Okay. Is one of the reflective panels nearby? I'm gonna grab it and try to.
It's not nearby. The nearest one is the nearest one's a little bit a ways, but you can. There's a couple of them scattered around, but they're not near you because you flew across the room into the fondue pot.
Yeah. Okay. Well, try to dodge a laser as I approach one of those. Pick it up and try to reflect the laser back at the robot's head.
All right, Bob. What are you doing?
Yeah, I think I'll keep trying to shoot some more panels off the legs.
Alrighty. Okay, I was gonna say, if I rolled 3 of the same number in a row, it's gonna be crazy. Again. No, righty. You're able to go over and get a panel. It takes a little bit to get over there dodging the laser, so you can't attack this time. The bear is still eating the chocolate. Alrighty. Well, that'd be... It discovered a wonderful new world of chocolate. Alright. Shoot, what was Bob doing again? I only heard part of it.
I'm shooting panels off the legs.
Alright. Okay. You shoot more panels off the legs. Abortus is trying to, move the legs around to dodge it. That makes it look like he has, some fancy, I guess, Michael Jackson-style boots left from the panels, and there's more panels blasted off. Abortus now... Oh, that's right, I put that on. I was like, how did you do that? That's right, I put it on the frickin' Discord. I don't know if that's the first time Adolf heard that. I made that off of something, yes. But what else did I put on there? I put the reverb fart, I know that.
And Big Shot.
Big Shot and... Yeah, Big Shot and reverb fart. I didn't put the other ones on there, yeah. Alrighty. So, he is... You hear him go, and it lights up kind of like a Dragon Ball thing. And you hear him go, this is so cringe! And the ice breaks off, and he hops up into the air. And he's hovering with hover boots on the thing. And he does a disco dance style thing in a pose. He's like, oh, fine, if you're gonna be like that, then I guess I'll have to show you the greatest show on... No, that's a circus. Well, it doesn't matter. Here. And he starts doing basically a dance up there, and a bunch of panels start coming off and floating around the room.
Okay, well,
You're not exactly sure what he's up to, but he's got less panels on him. The laser stopped. He has much less panels on him. It looks more like a suit now. It's not like a giant like thing of armor over him. It looks more like just like a silly fancy suit somebody would wear. Like it's got gloves. It I guess looks like a disco vest sort of thing.
So wait,
You hear?
he's exposed now?
He's not completely exposed, but he's more exposed. A bunch of the panels they're floating around the room right now.
Okay, let's try and get underneath him.
Alrighty, he doesn't seem to be stopping you. The panels are kind of floating around all over the place and even kind of following you. And Bob, what are you doing?
Well, since he's in the air now, I guess I'll start shooting lightning at it.
Lightning at it, huh? Alrighty. Okay, Lunas can get under it. The lightning zaps the thing, which makes it kind of do a freaky, like, glitchy freaking dance now and then. It's smoking. But instead of just doing a smooth dance, it's just like, and then it goes back to doing it, albeit smoking and jittery. And you hear Bortus inside. You hear Bortus inside, just like, oh my!
Or where that came from. Saturday Night Fever pose. Shoot that lightning straight up.
Okay. It freaks out like crazy now and starts doing like various different types of dances and just like no, that's not those dances. It does the floss for a second and then the like other stuff and then it goes
Gangnam Style.
and then it goes back to the thing he was trying to do, although it's extra jittery and he's like, those are so cringe, why are they in here? I didn't ask for those. Oh fine, you get this. Oh. Well, what a boring name for an attack. Behold, the ultimate attack of Discobot! No future! And it fires out the AI laser against the things that floating around in the air, and lasers start reflecting all over the place, just rapidly around the room, trying to hit you, and the panels are trying to follow and direct the lasers into you.
Okay,
We're bouncing all over the place. It's destroying a bunch of the robots who are still clapping, even as they get blown up and fly through the air. It's shaking pretty badly after doing that, especially after the zaps. But there's lasers, it's firing lasers like crazy, and they're rebounding off. It's hard to judge where they're going because they're just bouncing randomly, and the panels are moving around to try to direct them your way. It doesn't seem like the attack is, like, the panels are moving exactly very smartly. It still seems pretty random, but they're trying.
Okay, well, alright, here's an idea. Gather up some energy for a Chaos Zap and zap one of the panels. Let's just see where it goes and maybe try to turn the robot into chocolate.
Okay, then. Bob, what are you doing?
Turning to chocolate? Huh?
That's one way to get the bear interested, right?
Yeah, that's a strategy. Okay, so how about we, No, I guess I'll just keep doing what I was doing. I'll keep shooting some lightning.
Alrighty, you're gonna try and...
If it works, it works.
Yeah. Well,
Alright.
hopefully it works.
The lasers so far are managing to miss you. Again, the panels seem to be kind of They're trying to follow you, and it seems like it'd be an extremely scary attack if it was working correctly, or it... You can't tell if it's your zaps or something else. You zap one of the panels, and because they're not exactly very accurate, it doesn't hit the robot, but it hits the ceiling, and it's starting to melt. The ceiling, part of the ceiling is now chocolate and starting to melt from all the fire you lit in here. And there's chocolate starting to drip and rain down.
Chocolate rain, some stay dry, others feel chocolate rain.
Bob's zap hits again, and the thing flails more, and it fires off a bunch more lasers. Some of them don't even hit the panels, and it's smoke. Yes, it actually does that. It lets out like a fart-style noise, sure. It's definitely taking damage from that. Some more panels start falling off of it. Boris is just like, oh my, this thing is so... They told me it was finished. I've been sending them all this stuff all this time, and this is how they repay me? Oh, this attack would be so glorious if it would work correctly. Is that chocolate?
Yep.
That's pretty impressive. Oh, you would have been so fun at parties with those tricks. Well, we're on the opposite side of things. Well, if this no future doesn't work very well, then, I'm trying to think of something out the list here.
Remind me which game No Future is from?
That's from Saga Frontier.
Okay.
It's one of the final bosses attacks. There's multiple. There's like 15 final bosses, so
Yeah.
it's one of their attacks. This is our sort of thing. If Park was still around, you'd know a better thing for this. Let me see. I gotta look something up.
Okay.
Okay. It'll take too long, so I just go. He calls up the panels that form like the hilt of a sword, and then he fires into like the like he holds it from the hilt and goes for like where the blade would be going into the hilt because there's no blade. He fires a laser in, and you hear it clinking around inside, and it fires out like a makeshift lightsaber, just blasting up to the ceiling. And then he starts swinging it at you. He's doing glorious poses jittery at both of you. He's doing like slashes, and it's H slashes sending like light waves at you. Also, now and then he's sending slashes up towards the ceiling too, and stuff is starting to melt more and more. So you got hot chocolate dripping from the ceiling, which kind of stings. Tasty, but it stings.
Alright, well, wait for a moment where he's swinging at Bob and try to jump up and spiral uppercut the robot right in the crotch.
Okay then, Bob, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try and evade the attack and give cover fire. I'm gonna try and shoot at like the offhand arm of the robot while I'm dodging.
Alrighty then. Give me a sec. I hear stove beeps, which means the kitty is.
Oh no!
Yes, she is.
Bad kid.
Don't try to hide. Get off there. Stay off the stove. Sweetie, you get food by the spot she was laying in before. Alright, need to deal with that. I don't need a cat trying to burn the house down. Lucky your daughter's being a pest. Alrighty. So, let us do a thing. That doesn't help. If the dice ends up not on a number, but between a bunch of numbers. Alrighty. Well, the light sword attack manages to hit both of you. It really hurts, and now you're both mostly bald bears and smelling like burnt chocolate and
Calamari.
And yeah, that's Steve's trying to sneak up. But you managed to get your attacks up. Steve's, go away. Ow. Okay. Bob, you were zapping it again, or is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's what I thought. You just sneeze and making me see spots. Okay. The zap goes off and it's jittering again, and the uppercut to the crotch blows the legs off of it. And it kind of just shudders and grabs at his crotch, even though it's like a robot thing. You just hear Bortus like, why are you grabbing your crotch? You're a robot! Oh, this thing's too cringe for me. And it fires the sword thing at the ceiling, and it just starts melting, and like a wave of just like molten chocolate starting to come down.
Okay,
just
well,
in a
get
big
out
wave.
of the way.
Alrighty, Bob, are you doing the same?
Getting out of the way is a good idea, yes.
Okay. Alright. Well, Bob is able to get out of the way. Lunas does not get out of the way. It burns a bit, and you are now completely covered in chocolate. Bear is at first angry and upset at being burned, but then happy at being covered in chocolate.
Of course it is.
You are like completely head to toe covered in like hot chocolate. More of it's coming down extremely hot, but you got out of the way, but you're still like completely soaked in chocolate. The Bortus and his robot, most of the chocolate is sliding off of where the panels are. And he's like, "Oh, this was so much fun. Well, I would love to stay and chat some more, but I still don't know where you came from. And if the boss is upset with me, I don't want to deal with him. And if the boss isn't upset with me, then, well, I don't want to deal with the cleanup. So, toodles!" And you see the robot just like shake violently, and it looks like the heads looks like it's about to come off, but then it bends over and like forms like a rocket out of its butt and launches the rocket off, and you hear from the rocket like, "Why did you put it there? How dare you? This is so cringe." And it just flies off. It hits the chocolate and just goes, and it just bubbles slowly through the chocolate, like. He's escaped the mountain or not, but he's with the chocolate. Aura tells you that the rocket's moving through the chocolate and trying to get out of the mountain, at least. The robot just kind of does a salute after doing that and just detonates and sends like the panels everywhere. It also makes a Final Fantasy. It makes like a victory noise that would come from like Final Fantasy or JRPG before it does that. So the remaining robots clap and cheer, even though they're covered in chocolate and look like freaky Terminators. The DJ is still playing the music the entire time. That is not the music the DJ is playing. Wait, where did that come from? How are you playing that?
Somebody just went and added the whole thing to
Oh, on your soundboard thing?
whatever
Yeah.
soundboard database is. Tuna.
I was gonna say, I didn't put
I
that
added
on
it
here.
myself and forgot that I did that.
Well, that was explosive.
Well,
Chocolate is still
I
dripping
braced
down.
yeah, I brace for the robot explosion, and then I just kind of flop on my back.
The room is filling with like... No, not that. The room is filling with chocolate. At least it's mostly warm chocolate after a bit, so it's like a chocolate pool. But Bob and everyone is covered in chocolate. The DJ
How
is
much
fine.
of that ceiling did I get? Jeez.
Enough for rule of silly. You rolled a 1 on the chaos hap. I had to figure something silly out.
Well, buddy.
Bortus's aura is gotten out of range, but you still can't tell if he's gotten out of the mountain or not, or how much was chocolate.
Well, buddy, if you want chocolate, you got chocolate, I guess.
You could tell from his aura, though, he was damaged pretty heavily in there from your attacks. He was still... the entire time, he wasn't, like, scared or anything. He was just bemused, is the best thing you could say. He seemed to be having fun and, like, bemused by it all, so... Except when the robot did some stuff we kept calling cringe. Then he was actually not really happy about that, but especially the escape pod butt launch. So.
Okay, that was fun, but a lot less badass than I wanted it to look. Just gonna flop and let the bear take over and eat however much chocolate at once.
I don't have any NPCs around to react to. A creepy Terminator like T800 style, like burnt off robot comes over to you and gives you head pats and pets. The same voice earlier, kind of distorted. Oh, you're so cute. It's the same like weird lady bot from before.
What is with these robots?
Bob smells like calamari and chocolate now. Which is an awful combination. But you've survived. You're singed and Bortus ran away.
Bald bears.
It's too bad this world doesn't have showers.
Yeah, we got the lake when they get back, I guess.
There might be showers on the base.
That too.
Look for a train. Stall on a train. Hey, come on! If it's the Sky Estadio, we're gonna think the bad guys are gonna stick around at first. At least, hey, it's not a Trails thing. And don't worry, I always roll to see if you're going to beat them first or something's going to happen.
I was wondering if he was going to turn into a weird thing again and get trolled by that jester dude again.
No. He got trolled by the robot being launched out its butt there, but
all right. Well, once Bear Buddy has had his fill of chocolate. Yeah, I guess we better go check on everybody else. I don't know if Bortus is coming back or not.
we still don't know if he got through the mountain. Or if he's just stuck in there.
I have to climb a bit once we get things a bit more settled.
You can definitely hear cheering of gnomes and goblins out.
Well, that's a good sign.
You also hear what sounds like a Wilhelm scream.
Okay, well, assuming the bear has had enough chocolate, I'm gonna head out the... I guess we're heading out the way we came.
Sorry, Lucky just farted. It just went... Sure, we'll go with that. Uh-oh, what? There we go.
Yeah, okay. Oh, why? You added it to the...
I added it to the server, yes.
Oh,
Alrighty. So you guys gonna head out?
yep.
The robots are still trying to party, although once the chocolate hardens up, they're kind of just getting stuck in it. Outside of DJ, he was perfectly fine and keeps going. The bear eventually gets completely full of chocolate. You feel extremely, bloated full, but that's just what bears in the wild do, is eat way more than they need to. The chocolate has an earthy flavor to it.
We're gonna be sleeping good tonight, I bet. Come on, Bob.
Yeah, let's get out of here. And let's I guess we should probably make sure that gnomes and goblins have cleaned up.
Yeah. The chocolate's getting hard to move through. It's like up to your chest almost deep before it stops dripping. But it's cooling, it's getting harder to move through, so Yeah.
I gotta climb on top of it.
It's getting... I mean, it's still soft by the time it gets that hard. You can still break out of it easy enough if it hardens up, but... Your body warmth keeps it... You can... It's like moving through molasses.
What a mess.
You're just using body warmth. It's full of minerals now, because it was a mountain part, it's ceiling.
I can't tell if that makes it healthy or not.
Well, you eventually get out the door. Some of the melted chocolate spills out into the hallway and eventually just hardens because it's cooler out there. You can just heading out back the way you came into the hangar. The goblins and gnomes are basically partying. They have a bunch of the goons tied up, just all in a big pile.
Hey guys.
The engineers that have followed you are all nerding out over the combined tank things and stuff. From what you can pick up from what they're saying, this isn't something that they built. That somebody else combined them together.
Hey guys. Looks like it went well.
Yeah. Those guys took a few of us out, but we took them all out. And why do you smell like chocolate?
Probably because I'm covered in chocolate. I might have chocolate fur.
What were you doing in there to get chocolate all over you? But you've taken out Bortus?
Yep, we crashed his party, blew up all his robots, except for the DJ, I guess, and he escaped, but he might have gotten stuck in the mountain or something.
Ah, the guy's a pussy running away, huh? Well, if he's in the mountain, then maybe we can find him and drag him out later. Huh. They took all our stuff. You're right, though. All our stuff is in here. Yeah, all of our stuff is here. They even combined it together. That's kind of impressive. I expected him to just be using it after stealing it.
Yeah, it seems like somebody else was supplying him with robots. We had to fight a real nasty one.
Yeah, they only had regular minions out here too. I'd have expected to see more with this Bortus guy. Considering he was supposed to be in charge of the area, you would have figured he'd have more with him. The only person of note was the weird mage that we found, like covered in fur. Oh, weirdo!
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he was awake when we got to him, and he said he was just done, whatever. He's over there, and you just see him just kind of drinking a coffee, kind of just fed up. He's still covered in bear fur with like a slightly bare nose, and he just looks really weird.
Yo. I take it you surrendered?
I did before you suplexed me. They don't pay me enough to deal with this nonsense.
I might still have enough juice to bury you all the way, instead of looking like that.
What, like four-legged bear?
Yeah. Or two. We're bears, we can do both.
I mean, I kind of like having thumbs and casting magic.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's see if we can finish turning him into an anthro bear thing at least.
Okay. Well, you shifted yourself, Anthro, but And you grew an extra head. Which is very confusing considering your middle head is a combination of you and the bear friend. And the entity in your tail a little bit. So it's like a little confusing.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But on the second attempt you're able to anthro bear him. What type of bear are you going for with the dude? Kind of feels like aura-wise that you could basically, after beating Bortus, assert your authority almost and take this guy away from Bortus as your own, kind of.
Yeah, I'll do that, and just Makai bear thing.
Makai bears have like grizzly, polar,
Yeah. Okay.
black, panda.
Sure, let's go with panda.
They also, even though they're not bears, red pandas. They're just like bear-type red pandas, kind of like the Pokemon thing, so that's also an option.
I'm gonna go with a black and white panda.
Panda, okay. That works. So now he's an Anthropanda.
There you go. And,
What the... I don't feel my connection to Bortus anymore. What was that?
just the thing I did, I guess.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that guy was just weird. Wanted to have us all dressed up and all that. I tried to kick his butt in the past, and I lost pretty hard. And then I ended up stuck in his service. I thought I died, but I guess he brought me back or something like this.
Okay. Well, you're free to do what you want now. You can stay, or you can leave and do your own thing.
Well, I'm some kind of weird bear. Well, I got... whatever, I don't know. I have nowhere to go. I just tired of all this stupid fighting.
Yeah, that's fine.
I just want to research magic and spells and abilities and all that kind of stuff.
I'm sure you'd fit in pretty well with the gnomes and stuff.
I don't really care about the engineering. I just want to study magic and, I don't know. Magic.
Alright, well,
There's magic, knowledge, abilities, all that kind of stuff is my kind of thing.
Well, Bob's a wizard. I guess I'm a sorcerer. Maybe we can do some research together sometime.
If you got somewhere I can research. All they have here, they don't even have a place for magic here. It's just either places to store all the stuff that Bortus took, or places for his weird whatever the heck.
We'll set something up back at our base.
Alright. I'm gonna finish my coffee.
Yeah.
A lot of coffee.
There's chocolate up in the fort.
Oh, the fondue. Yeah, sometimes he made us all go in there to his weird dance parties and stuff, and at least there was food and all that. There was these weird robots that would pet your head all the time.
Oh, they do that to non-bears?
Weirdo. He just made them to do that, no matter what.
Oh, that's just silly.
Well, initially they only did that to girls, but then they said that it was like not like it wasn't cool, so he made them do it to everybody, which didn't solve the problem at all.
Okay,
What happened to him, anyways?
He's probably buried in a zillion tons of rock chocolate.
Rock chocolate? I don't even know. I just know he had that stupid robot that he was... He had that stupid robot he commissioned, and that thing kicked my butt in the past.
It kicked our butts pretty hard. I gotta figure out how to regrow all this fur.
Oh yeah,
And
it's
maybe it'll just grow back on its own.
some good healing spells and like regeneration stuff would probably help with that.
Yeah.
There's fur growth and like hair growth spells, but then you might end up like with like 3 times the fur. I don't know. I've never researched that. I've never cast the stuff. I've only read about it. But yeah, you want some coffee? Ugh.
I turn to my other heads. Do you want some coffee?
The bear has no idea what coffee is.
If there's sugar, I guess I'll take some.
I mean, maybe the entity in your tail would like some. Maybe. Actually, see, they seem like the type that might like coffee.
Alright, well, feed the tail some coffee at least.
Does Bob want coffee?
Try to offer some to the bear.
Ow.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the squid can have coffee.
Maybe
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we can take some of this chocolate and make a mocha.
He probably could, yes. You're covered in it, so... So yeah. There's plenty of coffee. Everyone else is kind of beaten up and wrapped up. Oh, what are you guys planning to do with this place now? All these goblins and gnomes.
You guys interested in taking over this place?
Well, I don't know which one of us would do it. Huh. That's a good question. It'd be a great place to store our inventions. We could ask the engineers. Maybe we could give it to the engineers so they stop blowing up part of our village.
Yeah,
that makes sense. I'm tired of they've blown up half of my base more than a couple times. Yeah, it happens. Happens a couple times a year. Don't I know it? Yeah, we'll give it to them. They can't blow this place up. Yeah, you're giving them a challenge.
I dubbed thee the Lab Fort. So, yeah, good job out there, guys. You're all free to do what you want now. You can stay with us or just go back to...
Well, we rebelled against the Boris. He works for the guy, for like the big shot, so you don't exactly have anybody to align with. And after rebel against him, yeah, it's not going to be Yeah. Well, if you guys are fighting against the big guy in charge of all this, and Boris is boss, then makes sense to make an alliance with you, as long as you guys don't try to control and make us do stupid stuff.
Absolutely not.
So who's this big guy anyway? Any idea?
None of us really know. We just know from Bortus and the others. We just know that he's got a bunch of generals working under him. Or her. Or it. We don't even know what they look like. Yeah, they just have them. I know there's more generals around over there. All across the world. This whole mishmash of nonsense it is.
I really should have asked him about that puppy he fought when he had the chance. Well.
The puppy?
Yeah, I'm actually looking for my brother. He's not a Tanuki like me. He looks more like...
Well, you're a bear, not a Tanuki.
Well, I am right now.
The only puppy we know of was some ordinary kid that came through and challenged me to a wrestling match and slammed me into the ground.
That doesn't sound like Lucas. Alright.
Oh yeah, him. That kid. Yeah, I remember that. He was trying to charge his way through to do something, going after the boss or whatever. We fought. We had a sumo match, and he just threw me out of the ring.
Okay, well,
It's pretty fun.
Even if it's not Lucas, I guess mark that down as a potential ally.
I mean, yeah. So, who's the one? Are you the one in charge, or is you like somebody else around?
Sam's in charge of our faction.
Who's Sam? Can you take us to meet him, or take him to meet us?
I thought he came with us.
All right, who's driving off in the car? Do I have a brain fart? Did Sam come with you, or?
I'm pretty sure we took him with us.
Alrighty.
Deanna and Zeke too.
Alright. So they were out in the midst of everything. Alright, well, you don't know where they are, because you didn't see them with the goblins and everything after fighting kicked off. He came with ya. What does he look like?
Well, I give him Sam's description.
Alrighty. And Bob, you doing anything right now? I mean, you can chime in if you want.
Like, just makes sense to describe him as a hellhound kid, right?
I mean, he's kind of like Samuel, so I mean, yeah, well, hellhound, wolf,
Yeah.
strange, I guess, yeah, demon celestial kind of thing.
And it distinctly sounds not like Barbara Goodson.
Yeah, yeah. No Rita Repulsa. But yeah, if Bob needs to say anything, you can chime in whenever.
Yeah, nothing really to say at the moment.
Alright. Wait. They look like that?
Yeah.
Are they got like the fiery fur with the like they got like the orange red on top with the white on the bottom and the fiery.
Yep, that's him.
That's the puppy lad we were talking about.
Oh.
The one that threw me out of the arena. Oh yeah, that's exactly the one we were talking about.
Oh, okay. Let's
Yeah,
talk
he's
about
come
the
through.
Potential ally.
He's come through here a few times trying to take on generals and the boss person.
Well, yeah, we're with him. Good night.
Okay, to fit that into the RP, that was the weird like head patting robot that said good night to you. She just walked out to say good night and like, nope.
That was my mom, and she always does this every time, regardless of whether I'm streaming.
What the heck is that noise? It's like, well, remember my dad likes to call whenever I'm streaming, and I'm 40. Parents never stop doing that stuff. Alrighty. So, you don't know where Sam and the others are. They came with you. They aren't with you right now.
Shoot.
They were there part way up.
Okay, we gotta go back and look for him, but boy, do I feel like hibernating right now.
I wouldn't do that. If the boss of Bardis learns about what happened, you're gonna instigate the rest of the generals, probably. I don't even know how many of them there are, but We were just one group that were under them. I mean, if you're under that puppy kid, is he still a puppy? I mean, at this point, he's a kid, but not. I guess not necessarily a puppy, but. Well, he was strong enough before, but he never had anybody with him. He was always alone. So if he's got an army with him now, and he's got you, then sure, he's got the power for it.
Okay, welcome aboard.
Yeah. He's definitely got the overlord gene, or whatever you want to call it. All right, well, just bring him to us, or us to him, or whatever when you find him.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
While Bob is waiting and drinking coffee or doing whatever, he does notice there is a bathroom with showers.
Hooray!
Yay!
What does Bear Buddy think about the coffee?
The bear is completely unsure about the coffee.
Yeah.
Let me see. The bear absolutely loves the coffee, especially with some chocolate. If you put any milk and sugar, he especially loves it.
I think you and I are gonna get along great.
While he's in there, how long you were going to keep him in there?
I'm too tired and full of chocolate to let him out now.
Your tail entity is amused, although kind of partly wanting the bear out at some point. It wants just you in there.
I hear ya, tail later.
Alrighty, so you have some missing allies. What are you doing? What are you doing and what we do?
Gonna go back down the path and look for them. Maybe try to re-farrow bear. It might be better for the trail.
Well, thanks to the car noise in the background and rolling a 1, you are now a bear car.
Huh?
Here's the noise again! Your control of chaos and the Eldritch is a little weird with all the tiredness now, so... You can
rub one of my heads with a tire. And,
you can pull your... Well, you've got tires on... You can pull tires out in the palm of your... Or like part of the... Like your lower arms and pull them up or something. You are big enough for Bob to ride in you.
hop on in, Bob.
Bear friend is confused, but also the bus driver, apparently. He's just kind of like formed out of the seat. He has no idea what he's doing, but you're still in charge. He seems greatly concerned right now because of the weird chaosness. Your tail isn't there. It seems extremely amused. The entity is just generally all over there with you.
Okay.
Alrighty. Go.
I hope Bear Buddy knows how to drive me.
You can drive yourself. Bear Buddy is just kind of there because that's just the general perception of a vehicle. Oh no, Bear is driving. Although the bear bus is kind of vaguely like the goblin gnome technology combined, just in appearance, just because of what you've been around. Tired chaos isn't a good thing. Well, I mean, it's not necessarily not a good thing, it's just a chaotic thing. I guess don't be around Pip or Bastion when they're tired. Alrighty, trying to find your missing allies, huh? Bob, you doing anything? Are you taking a ride in the weird bear car?
Yeah, I'll take a ride in the weird bear car.
Well, it feels good to have a passenger, at least, so it's weird. Alrighty. It's a bit of a bumpy drive, because it's not like there's roads meant for car things, but you can paw out your tires if you need to traverse that way. All right. Partway through the battlefield, which you notice there's quite a bit of damage and wrecked stuff around. You notice off to the side, there's like a huge bit of like remnants of aura and something that happened off to the side of the big battle.
Okay, well, that gives me a strong feeling. Let's head toward that.
All right.
Diana? You around?
After a bit of going, you find like a bunch of giant like craters around. And just a feeling of unease and strong aura. You feel the Jester's aura around a little bit too, but also Sieg and some of the others.
That's not good. It's definitely not good. Bob, you picking up any signs of anything?
No, I can't see anything.
Keep driving.
Driving.
Okay then. Got to go around the craters and stuff. But you find Sieg and Diana unconscious inside one of the craters.
Can you get them inside, Bob?
Yeah, let me do
I
that.
asked Bear Buddy too, and I think he's fused to the seat.
Yeah, that might be difficult. Okay, let me go get him.
You're able to get him in. Sieg is like Eastern Dragon, so you kind of have to like noodle him inside, but you're able to get him in. They're unconscious and pretty beaten up.
There's Sam. Okay, let's keep looking for Sam.
Alrighty. You hear cursing eventually, like very loud, like severely inappropriate cursing coming from a kid-like voice that should not be cursing that many words
Okay, well that's
in various different languages.
That's definitely Sam. So follow my ears.
Alrighty. You eventually find him buried up to his neck in the bottom of a crater, just cursing cursing like wildly.
What did you do, guys?
There's fur and feathers all over, like around, which smell like Sam.
What did you do, guys? Suplexed into the ground?
It's like, that stupid asshole, that stupid mother effer, blah, 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 blah. He's just cursing this. You feel the Jester's aura all around too, but another aura you don't recognize.
Well, let's keep an eye out while I dig Sam out of the crater.
You dig him out. He is very beaten up.
Okay, wow. Alright, well, let's get some healing on everybody now that we're all together.
Alrighty, it's gonna take more healing than you can muster here to get them healed up. Especially Sam. Sam is pretty beaten up.
Okay.
Out of the ground, he's still walking and trying to. He feels like he can still fight a bit, but he's pretty beaten up.
Sam, get in. We're well, I guess we better head up, but yeah, we gotta take care of business and then get back to the base. We won, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's something else. Sieg is tied in a knot, which doesn't seem like it should be possible, but
Well,
Very
Bob's
strange
gonna have
logic there.
Bob's gonna have to be the one to untangle him.
Yeah, I think so.
Deanna is unconscious, but she doesn't seem harmed very much. Just knocked out. And for some reason, she has, like, the equivalent of lipstick marks on her, like somebody kissed her all on the side of her muzzle. It smells like the Jester.
Okay, that's something I'm gonna have to look out for.
The bear seems pretty upset about that. The bear definitely seems upset and kind of jealous about that, especially because you bared Deanna, so...
Okay, well, once Sam is on board, we're gonna drive back up to the fort.
Alrighty. Well, the goblins and gnomes have broken into the chocolate room and are celebrating by eating chunks of chocolate and all the remains of stuff they found, and the various booze and kegs that they found in the other room that they're celebrating with. From where you were wandering around, you didn't see any like places for healing outside of the shower, so but there's plenty of places you haven't checked.
Well, business matters first. Then we'll get the healing.
Sam hasn't stopped cursing the entire time, so...
Sam, we're here.
Where?
This is the fort where General Bordis was.
Fine. That's fine. I'll kick his ass instead and get through him and...
He might still be he might still be buried up in the mountains somewhere, but you're in no condition to be taking him on right now. We gotta heal him somewhere.
Damn it! Well, they get me healed up. That bastards is still around. I just...
So, who attacked you besides the Jester?
I don't know. It might have been the boss of things. It could have been the Jester. I don't know. The Jester frickin' attacked us and lured us away, and we just got hit by something. I couldn't even...
Sneak attack, huh? Okay. Oh, jeez.
All I heard is they're trying to make an example. But I'm not gonna frickin' back down to that bastard.
Me either.
I'll break him over my knee.
Alright, well, drive over to the Kahuna and the Chief, introduce them to Sam, just work all of that out.
Alright. They're a bit surprised to see Sam again, and especially beaten up that bad. Sam doesn't seem to be much of a condition for diplomacy here. But, he basically tells them if they'll help him kick whoever attacked him his ass, kick the Jester's ass, and the person in charge of things ass, then he's fine with it and can team up to kick all the ass. But that's basically the extent of his diplomacy right now.
That's all I could possibly ask for.
The goblin leader seems to go along with it. The gnome guy seems a little more hesitant, but if you're there, the gnome guy seems to eventually just agree.
All right. I'm gonna... Well, first things first, let's take a shower and see how much that helps.
Well, it gets the chocolate off.
Gets the chocolate off.
You look a little weird because you're missing fur. in a lot of places. Well, actually, no. At this point, no, because you grew the extra heads and stuff. No, you're not missing any fur. Although your passengers are probably getting clean too while you're taking a shower if you haven't taken them out.
Well, I would have obviously let them out, yes.
Alrighty. You didn't try to change back yet. Alright, Bob, you taking a shower too?
Yeah, I'm taking a shower.
Alrighty. Yeah, you're still pretty naked, but it probably doesn't bother you too much considering you're normally a squid. It doesn't have fur, so... But, yeah, it refreshes you a bit. Still feels like you're gonna have to rest quite a bit after that.
Well, if it's between letting Bortus go and making sure we don't actually lose him if we try to track him down, I guess we're gonna find a place to rest.
Yeah, there's still parts of the base you haven't checked too if you want to look for if it has any healing. There's definitely places to sleep and rest because there's the barracks and stuff.
Alright, this is good.
If you're looking around for anywhere to heal, then let's see. It has a basic netherworld like healing area. Nothing like fancy.
Well, it's better than nothing.
You can get your fur restored at least. But it feels like you're going to need to rest a little bit and probably get back to base to use the actual like netherworld hospital thing.
Well,
even though yours was still pretty basic too.
yeah.
Although your engineer friend says you could probably upgrade it with it stealing the parts from here.
Yeah, that works. We'll have to do some logistics once we're finished scouting the place out. Let's drive upstairs and see if we can track down Bortus now that we're a little less hurt.
Drive upstairs. You would have to drive up the mountain, but it's a little hard. You're actually just regular driving on wheels, but if you go back to pause, you can try to bear climb up there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit of a rough climb, especially when you're that tired and stuff, so...
That's fine. Just try to get a rough idea of Bortus's location and whether he's still moving or not.
Well, you're not able to find where his aura is.
Well, guess he got away.
Or he's buried really deep. Either way, it's hard to know. With the direction he went, he could still be in the mountain somewhere, but you can't climb up really high in your condition.
Not looking forward to trying to dig through all that chocolate. Okay, let's go back down, gather up the crew, and return to the base.
Alrighty. You taking any chocolate with you?
Yeah.
Or any of the other? Like, there's plenty of
taking
booze
chocolate.
and kegs. There's a working robot DJ who's still DJing.
Leave the DJ, take some chocolate, take some drinks.
There's food too, even though it's scattered everywhere, but there's plenty of supplies in there for that kind of stuff.
Yep.
There's also the weird inventions. There's a Rube Goldberg goblin device that will let you flush the toilet, even though you're sitting on the toilet and there's a handle behind you, but you could press the button and wait 5 minutes for it to go off to flush the toilet for you.
Anything useful that will fit in my cab?
There's some stuff for there's some stuff for like quickly planting crops. There's some stuff for there's automatic grooming machines for like grooming like beasts of burden and like pets and I guess bears and animals and stuff.
Okay, cool.
There's You find a room that's filled with, like, it's basically an automated haircut, shaving, and makeup place to make somebody look really fancy and give them good, like, great hairdos. But you're guessing it's probably something that Bortus used, because it was in the remains of what was his room. Most of it has been turned into chocolate, including half a painting of himself in velvet. You can't tell what was in here before because most of it is melted away, but it definitely seemed he has pictures of himself and various vases and fancy things in there, or the remains of what there what was in there before you turned it to chocolate.
All right, well, I'll take some of the grooming devices, and I guess that's going to be it.
I mean, there's plenty of weapons and other things around here too. Is Bob looking for anything in particular?
I think I'm looking for any. Are there any scrolls in there? Any staves? Spears? Anything interesting?
There is a combination goblin gnome invention that is a sword where when you swing it, a staff pops out and you can cast magic from it.
Oh, combo weapon.
Sword staff.
Yes.
Isn't that basically a glaive?
No, it's basically a sword. When you swing it, it blooms open into a staff like clouds, except... And the harder you swing it, the harder the magic cast hits from it. So it's a very bizarre invention, but it's definitely works.
Well, I just gotta have me one of those.
You also find, let's see, a magic plunger. You can stick it to anything to carry it. It basically, if you stick it to something, it sticks really hard until you plunge it a second time and it pops off. It's basically like a super magnet for whatever you do, stick it on. You can add extra leverage for opening doors or lifting things or whatever.
What if I stick it to the ceiling while I'm holding on to it?
Then you... Yeah, it'll stay. There are two of them, so you can actually suction cup across the ceiling if you wanted to. You just have to plunge on, plunge off. Basically, yes. What is all that noise going on? It's like frickin' 11 o'clock. Jeez. Sounds like some crazy construction. I wonder if they're finally tearing down the old mall. They shouldn't be doing it at 11 o'clock, though. Lucky's opinion is blep. Oh, he stopped the blep. Anything else you guys are looking for?
Nope.
In particular?
Pick up coffee, mage, and head back to the base.
You have chocolate available for practically a year or two. Bob, looking for anything else?
Nah, I don't think so.
There's various foods and drinks here, too, if you're looking for anything like that. There was a fondue fountain, but it's destroyed.
Yeah, bummer. Oh, you know what? A little bit of chocolate probably would be useful.
Actually, there is a spare fondue fountain you can find.
Okay, well, Bear Buddy is probably going to want that, so I'll pick it up.
It can be used for cheese, or anything, cheese, chocolate, or anything else you can melt for that.
Every outpost needs a fondue set.
It's pretty huge too, but you can fit it in with the bear car stuff. You'd have to put it on your roof, but hey. We're talking this thing. This thing is the size of like two love seats put together. It's a giant like ballroom fondue fountain.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see if I can grow some tentacles on my back and tie it down.
Yes, the tentacles are easy to grow.
There we go. All right. Next stop, home.
All right. It can be a little bumpy exit on the way back because it's not designed for a car, but you're able to get back. Both Goblin and Gnome towns are celebrating. You're able to get back without much trouble. Of course, crossing the river, you probably have to untire, but hey.
Yeah.
Everyone's happy to see you when you get back, although a bit concerned. Mr. Behemoth is especially looking concerned.
Hey, Baron. Well, we managed to defeat General Bordis, but Sieg and Diana and Sam got jumped by somebody. Don't know who.
See, Sam got jumped again. It's not the first time it's happened.
One of these days, we're gonna make an example of that. So, there.
Yeah, I don't know who it is. They like to lure him off on his own. I've been trying to get him to calm down with that sort of thing. That jester is really good at instigating Sam, unfortunately. I don't know if it's the jester or whoever it is that's beating him up, but it's not the first time. But every time Sam comes back stronger, so I'll give him that, but...
Alright.
I'm just glad he didn't kill any of you. He's killed others of Sam's friends before, or allies. Although I guess I couldn't call them allies. They were just whatever. So
that is good. Okay, well, we got some stuff to set up. I'll pop open the door and call over some guys to set up the fountain, upgrade the hospital.
Alrighty. It takes a little bit to upgrade the hospital, but it gets upgraded, and you can heal even more.
Yeah.
And you now have a fondue fountain for all you need to do is install whatever type of ingredient one in it, and it will make more of it. It has to be something, a food, or like, it has to be a food type item. You'll have to upgrade it more for like alchemy and potion brewing, but
So no magma fondue fountain.
No, right now it's just like cheese and chocolate and food stuff.
Sounds nice.
Just don't leave it outside, that will be kind of nasty. If you're looking through the upgrades on the fountain, there's actually a curry upgrade where you can install different types of curry. But you have no idea how that works, but whatever.
Alright, well,
If you look at if you're looking it over, it says the fondue fountain was made by Plip Industries.
Alright, well, let's see if we can find some strawberries and treat Bear Buddy to some of that.
Bear Buddy doesn't want to eat anything right now. He's so full of chocolate, he's regretting his decisions.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
He's still growing sentient with you, but I mean, if you ever with the stuff here and the mana you got from stuff, you could pop him out. Probably sentient too, if you ever wanted to. Otherwise, he's just learning stuff from you. Your tail, and then he seems to want you to rest.
Yeah, let's do that.
Alrighty. And Bob, you doing anything before rest or anything?
No, I don't think so.
Alrighty. Sam is getting treated at the hospital, and with Baron's being pretty stern and kind of fatherly, Sam finally stops cussing and lets himself be treated. And Deanna and Sieg are put in beds. Of course, Sieg is untied by now, but they're being treated. And you guys are able to rest. In the next...
Hope my room is comfortable for a bear car.
Well, I mean, as long as you have a roof over your head, it's comfortable for a bear car. You could probably change back if you wanted to. Bear Buddy seems to want to not be a driver.
Alright, well, if I have the juice for it, let's try and separate. If not, let's at least get back to normal shape.
Oh, you would need to use, like, stuff to get him out of there other than just separating, but...
Alright, normal shape then. We'll figure out the separating tomorrow.
You're able to get back to normal shape. Are you going for Sir Bear or just the two-headed again?
Whichever feels more comfortable.
Alright, two-headed.
Two-headed it is.
The entity in your tail, it grows your tail out to more like Tanuki style and just curls around you, so... A bear with a Tanuki tail. That's kind of what you had anyways, but it was just small. Alrighty. If Bob isn't doing anything else, because I think we should end off here for now. It's I mean, it's 11, but...
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I need to plan out more stuff, and if I want to try to fish tomorrow too, I need to not blow stuff out.
Yep. Alright. Fine with me.
But, I mean, you guys went straight to Bortus, so any of the other silly stuff I had planned didn't happen, so it's kind of early. I mean, I don't have anything else planned yet, so it's... I mean...
you should know my gaming style by now, Fox. Done enough together.
I guess. I mean, sometimes they do other stuff too with it, but I had... It also doesn't help that a lot of the, like, any encounters, like, they were rolling ones and twos constantly to just run away in terror, so that doesn't help either.
Just as planned.
Until you turn the ceiling into chocolate,
Yes.
Yeah, that didn't quite work out well, did it?
Oh, the bear liked it.
I suppose it's not all a loss then.
No, you've got plenty of chocolate to eat if you want. I mean, Bortus might be stuck in there, and you never know. You got head pets from a robot. Alright, so yeah. I mean, I kind of leave off too because my voice is kind of dying here. Alright, well, I guess we'll leave off for now. I know it's like an hour early, but sometimes we do that with your RP too. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I planned out enough stuff to go through the whole night, but sometimes stuff goes faster, which is fine. And we left off with the cliffhanger. It's kind of stuff with what happened to Sam and everything. So, and Diana, Sieg. So next time they'll wake up and you can do whatever. You can ask whoever, do whatever, that kind of thing. So. All right. Well, for now, I mean, if Bob wants to do anything too, if Bob wants to take more spotlight in doing certain stuff, if he wants to investigate things or learn stuff or do things, just let me know. So, like, if you got any ideas of what you want to do, is let me know and I can plan for next time. So,
Okay.
alrighty. Like, I know you seem to be into the magic sort of stuff, so I can try to come up with something that would lean towards Bob with that there, so...
Do some magic research with Coffee Dude.
Yep.
Yeah, I was trying to remember, I learned something last time, I think something about clothing.
Yeah, the clothing spray.
Yeah. You can give people clothing.
Yay.
Bear.
Indeed.
I need a change of clothing after getting immersed in chocolate.
Well, trying to think of a name for Mr. Coffee researcher. Folgers. Folger. I don't know.
How about Sojiro?
Start picking up.
Sojiro. Maybe, yeah. Well, no, Sojiro seems more like if you get a cook, somebody to use the curry feature on the fountain and stuff. Alright, well, we can figure that out later. I'll plan more for next time. Something with Bob's stuff and alright. I'm gonna be excited enough.
Maxwell.
Maxwell works, yes. Yes, Maxwell works. Alrighty, well, like I said, I'm gonna be leaving off for now. We got through stuff faster just because Dice decided on rule of silly instead of combat, so... And Dice making Mr. Mage completely stubborn made a new ally, so... that's what I do with it. I roll with stuff that goes. Hey, what, you sleepy, Mishka? Oh, how sleepy she is.
Peep.
She's sleepy. So sleepy. She is peepy, but right now she's like, she's too tired of peep. She's too tired of peep. Beep, 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 Mish. Beep. She's too tired of peep. She was playing with Lakota all day outside, so. Alright, so I will be back on Saturday. You're doing draws tomorrow, right?
Yep.
Alrighty, I'm going to be fishing in the morning, and then I'll try to work if I'm feeling like it after fishing and I can find a spot. Especially because I would rather earn the money tomorrow so I can avoid Cinco de Mayo on Friday.
Yeah.
Because working DoorDash on Cinco de Mayo is an absolute nightmare. But then again, so is Mother's Day. But Mother's Day is like usually the biggest day of the year, so... But that's usually the biggest day of the year because people order big things like flowers and balloons that we also deliver. Compared to Cinco de Mayo, where 99% of orders are coming from the same 3 Mexican restaurants in town. It's going to be like Chipotle and the 2 other Mexican restaurants on the platform all day long, and I'm not going to go there, considering the one that we ate at it can have like an hour-long wait on a weekend and Friday normally. Imagine it on Cinco de Mayo. Considering that restaurant we ate at is world famous, is one of the top like Cuban Mexican restaurants in the country. Oh, wow. Yeah, tourists come all the way out from Orlando to eat there. I'm not going there. I'm not going to Chipotle either. Chipotle can't handle a busy night on a weekend. It's gonna suck. All right. Well, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Stay well, be well. We'll see you next time.
Good night.